I have here the CrazyOnDigital black leather case for the Barnes & Noble Nook e-reader. And, as some of the reviews said, this isn't actually made out of leather. It's definitely imitation leather, but it does look pretty nice. It does have a tendency to pick up. Earlier I stone handled it with really greasy fingers, and it really stood out, but it wiped off, and it feels pretty good for imitation, but it's not going to fool anyone. And one other thing too that's slightly amiss of the description is that the description shows some off-white stitching color, and this is just straight black, which I found okay because I prefer it this way. The clasp here seats itself pretty well, and it sort of snaps in, and it's magnetic, and it really wouldn't come open easily shaking it, so you don't have to worry about that. In opening it, you'll notice I don't have a Nook here. I have actually an Archos 70C e-reader, but it still fits very well. For those of you who have Archos, you'll be glad to notice that you can access the power, the sound, USB, and the on-off button. Works just fine. You can still reach that even though it's slightly covered. You can even access your SD chip, but it's a little bit more challenging, I suppose. Here you've got a nice flap where you can just put some papers if someone handed you some paperwork, or maybe a receipt or something while you're out. The backing here is made out of some sort of like velour type material. I don't really prefer that. There's this little strap up here that holds it in, and then these right here press pretty snug against it. For the Archos, it has a tendency to want to kind of move up a little in the corner like so, but it's really not a problem. And if you look at it, it's actually very secure. I mean, I'm shaking this pretty good, and it doesn't show any signs of falling out, so you really don't have to worry about that. Overall, for the price, it's extremely good case, and you really wouldn't be able to beat it at all. And I highly recommend it, especially for Archos users, and for Nook, I assume it fits well and it's of a good quality for the price.